Rock the beat.
I am recording.
Sí, señor.
Sí. Este video va a ser muy interesante.
¿Qué?
This video is going to be very interesting.
I think when you speak gringo, you're supposed to talk normal. You still have the Mexican accent. Yes. So yeah, say hi to the Warning fans. They love that you speak Spanish there, Nathan.
That's very cool. I am a fan now of The Warning. I'm on like lockdown on orders from Ryan not to listen to more songs. So that's a pretty serious like collar he's put over me. So I can't actually like search up the songs yet. So once we've done all of the songs, then I get to add them to my. Well, I can add the ones that we've seen to my.
That happened to me. I don't think I did their whole their whole library as a reaction, because I think I got enough's enough. I just went and listened to them, and it was just one of I pulled the selfish move, because believe it or not, we're not in this for the views or all that stuff. I genuinely try to find new music to listen to. So when The Warning fell on my lap, I think I did a good handful. Maybe I think I got to the point where I listened to their album or something, that I just started like watching live videos for the first time. But anyways, I can't remember. They're one of the few bands that I started on my first channel where I legitimately became a fan of. You know, other songs you enjoy and you kind of move on, have a good time. You're glad you listened to it, but yeah, you get the point. Yeah. All right, here we go with Shattered Heart. You ready?
Shattered Heart, bring it on.
Another live performance. Here we go.
Full screen.
Oh yeah.
My God, down without a care. Now I see my worst mistake. I am out of chances today. You try to influence my life, but all you did was change my mind. I don't know how to be heartbroken. All my words will not be spoken. I didn't see through your disguise, and now I realize you're just a lie. You survived the fire, you found a place of my rage. You cut too deep, let me hear all bleeding. Now I have to pick up the pieces of my shattered heart. Whisper promises in the air, about to drown in my despair. Now that you went away, I understood you were never gonna stay. You get so far, but life ain't fair. And deep inside, I'm still afraid. 'Cause I don't know how to be heartbroken. All my words will not be spoken. I didn't see through your disguise, and now I realize you're just a liar. So what the fire, you found your place of my rage. You cut too deep, let me hear no bleeding. Now I have to pick up the pieces of my shattered heart.
De nada.
Oh, did I stop it? Okay. Thoughts?
It's great.
Yeah.
This is them a little younger, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Good eye, as they say. Yeah, and people are gonna probably have. You should have picked the Lumino video, or whatever. There's so many live performances, and I just kind of. They're all good, but yeah, they're a little bit younger here. I mean, well, keep talking. I could maybe find a different.
I'm
version.
amazed actually, simply because if this is them younger, they're still such a tight band. Like they everything moves really slowly. I couldn't tell if she was stepping on a looping pedal. I think she might have been looping some of her guitar, which is really cool. I always love it when artists pull in a loop to bass. And a lot of people don't know what they're doing. They just see them stepping on pedals and they're like, oh, that sounds great. But they're actually playing over their own stuff, which is it's a fun way to jam, but it's also amazing on stage when people pull it off well. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, and I guess the peek behind the curtain a little bit. We overlay the proper video for the people. So Nathan's saying that it's really stupid. I mean, if anybody out there knows of a software that looks just like this, like Google Meet or Zoom, that eliminates the buffering issue, that'd be great. Because what we do is we overlay the video. So the audience, doesn't see the issue that we see. We still hear the audio fine, right? But yeah. So unfortunately, I'm presenting the video to you, so I get to see it nice and clean, but you have to see the buffering problem. I apologize.
Yeah. Well, the issue is that it's coming to me through the internet. So
yes, the internet. That is where YouTube is found. Okay, we got time for one more. Or do you want to stop it there?
Let's do another one.
Okay, we'll just keep this on the same video. So we'll do Wildfire next.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, I did stop sharing. You might have to do some editing. All right, you ready?
That was me editing.
Yeah, good job.
Walking the streets with you, feeling nothing again. We're not the same anymore. The spark has gone away. I'm fooling myself with this thing I created in my head. I've always believed there was no one for me. That's why I want to leave. They say love never dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry. I'm always your fault, but I'm always there to take the blame. I'm the dilemma between my heart and my head. You play your part, and it's always me who has to pay for all your mistakes. I knew you were different, but still I risked it all. Fear of loneliness is tearing down my walls. I'm trying to hide it, but I can't deny that your mistake. Mistake.
Same song?
You know, it's funny. I don't know. Well, no, it's. I'm gonna look terrible here. I know the song, but I don't know the title of it. But oh no, sorry. Yeah, the other first song was Our Mistakes. This one's Wildfire. So it's two songs. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
I got confused by the one video. It's late. I never know the titles of songs anymore.
Until you stand down, the high flyers will not be pulled back on the ground. Until things are set right, we say it's time for a change, and we won't win this fight.
All right, my mistake. See, the problem was my brain was so focused on the song Wildfire, and that I saw that it was a 7-minute rendition. My brain was just like, this is just like a long intro. But I was just like, but no, it doesn't make sense. But my brain knew the other song, and so when it went, so when it stopped, my brain's like, you haven't heard Wildfire yet. So that's what I. My apologies. So, yeah, Our Mistakes is track 6 on their first LP here. So we've listened to 21st Century Blood, Shattered Heart, Survive, Wildfire, and Our Mistakes. And our next video will be Black Holes and we'll tack on When I'm Alone. That's going to be a good doubleheader. Those two are incredible songs. Those two, but they're all really good. But those two are particularly incredible. Wildfire is a good banger.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to say quickly before you share your thoughts that I meant to mention for Shattered Heart, that was actually a slow burner for me. I remember when I first heard it, I wasn't too sure about it, but it's one that really has grown on me over the months. Yeah, what are your thoughts here so far on the 3 songs that you just heard? My apologies.
Well, one of, I think, the easiest ways to appreciate them is obviously that they're so young, and yet they can pull off this great stage presence, this like, you know,
they're rock stars on stage. They're already that rock star kind of feeling.
Yeah, they got the whole package there in terms of like what they're presenting. Love to see each of them kind of like have their little personalities. I'm starting to understand the personalities a little more, and I just like it. It's kind of a really fun experience to see that. Different than some of the other videos that I've seen so far, because I'm not much of a YouTube, other people performing watcher. At least I wasn't before. And
wow, well, you're on YouTube now.
Well, here I am.
Unfortunately, I mean, yes, no, I'm the same way. That you start to see their characters come through, their personalities on stage, and they really do have a unique stage presence. Nathan, I don't want to brag, but I was quoted in the Mexican press about these sisters. I'm not even joking. I'll send you the link. I got a lot of comments. It was like 7 to 9 months ago. It was pre-COVID, and someone goes, "You've been quoted," and it said American YouTuber Ryan. I was so embarrassed because it was flattering, but I'm like, American YouTuber. One, I'm Canadian, which is fine. You know, he's the white guy up north. He must be American. And then secondly, they used my quote, and it was funny to translate it. I used Google Translate to read it. The translation wasn't quite how I speak, but I understand languages. That's how it works. But because I mentioned that what did I say? I said it better. I said it off the top of my head, but I said something to the effect that the spirit of Jimi Hendrix and somebody else is channeled through them or something like that. And, that they're keeping rock alive, that they've reinvigorated rock and roll, which I think they have. I mean, they're young, but you know what? They're not going to be young forever. Like I said, Danny's already 20.
Yeah.
Once you start hitting your 20s, and they're going to be all in their 20s in 5 years, they'll all be in their 20s. And to me, that's actually very exciting to see what they do. And in their 20s, because you get out of that. They've done amazing as teenagers, but once you kind of hit they're about to go from Jackson 5 to Solo Michael, so
right.
we're you know what I mean by that? Like it's, Jackson 5 had some fun music, but get their mature wings on when it comes to like the real, like they become adults playing music. It's going to be quite interesting to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah. I think I look at it from I'm a high school teacher. So I see, kids about their age all the time. Very few kids are like that switched on in terms of their creativity and the ability to, come up with original things. Although I would say most kids just don't know that they have that capacity. So that's the way I see things. So it's amazing to see it when I see it in young people and they're able to pull it off so well. That just to me is I get tingles.
Well, Nathan, I think you've touched me, and I think I've touched you.
I don't know how you did it, Ryan, but you touched me.
I touched you. All right. Well, that was a creepy way to end this video. All right. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the Warning journey as much as I did when I first started listening to them, and they've kept themselves away from any kind of. A lot of young female artists, let's be honest, they use their sexuality to sell themselves. And I think if they did, they'd be bigger. But they've kept their integrity.
Yeah.
And because of that, their fans around them are very protective, and they've rallied around them, and and their parents are obviously very protective.
Yeah.
Not in a sheltering way, but just in a protective way, as a parent would be if their good parents.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand from the comments and stuff, the parents are amazing. They let the girls grow and do what they want, but they haven't lost their they haven't sold their soul to Diablo just yet, and they never will. I don't think. I will say that they just signed. I think it was 3 to 5 record deal though with Inferno Records. I think Inferno. Somebody will correct me. They always will. People always correct you in the comments. No, it wasn't. It was a 4 record deal.
I love your persona of the people in the comments.
Oh, what do you think? I've had people correct me on my own videos where I'll say something where it's like, no, you actually said. It's like, I don't remember.
And I quote,
you said you would do this song. Yeah, you did not.
I've been waiting for 4 months.
I know. That's why I started a Patreon on my other channel, quite frankly. That's another story for another day. Because it just, eliminates that kind of like, you have people spamming. Honestly, you'd have people spamming. Do it. You haven't done it. Okay, just put your money, put your money where your mouth is, and we'll see how much you really want me to do it. That's kind of the genesis of that. But so far, we have nobody really bugging us just yet, Nathan. So easy on the Patreon idea. Okay, let's go.
All right. Adios.
Amigos. And what do they call them again? La nachas?
What?
Muchachas? What do they call them?
Las muchachas.
Las muchachas. Yes.
Adios, muchachas.
Yes.